welcome to the stream. Where we are in an obviously raining lavender beds. Because when doesn't it rain in the lavender beds? Which is quite different from the weather actually outside, which is pretty balmy. And cloudy though, but still very sunny and warm for the time of year. As always, I'm Fae'ret, this is Lorelei, and today we're going to do the 16 collab event. And after that's done, I'm probably going to do one of the role quests I still have remaining for Endwalker. I still have, what was it? Healer and Magic DPS left. So let's see which one we choose when we get there. But I think I'm just about ready to go. So we are no longer starting soon. We have in fact started. That's the wrong button. This one. But first, we're going to make a quick trip to Littleshire, because I remember I have Wondrous Tales to deliver. So we're just going to do that real quick. Try to remember where these 16 events, I believe, all are, so of course we'll have a check over there. Just choose the certificate this time because I'm already maxed comedy. This might be worth more than the poetics, really. I don't really need poetics. And maps cost like 5,000, I think. So if I just take the platinum piece, yeah, that's probably a good deal. And a bronze certificate, because I still need to buy lots of things with bronze, I think. Didn't get 2 lines this time. Spent a lot of second chances on even getting 1 line. Was not lucky this week. Go. Half level, also nice. We still need with one. Good. Really just anchor in here, I guess. That's the only one I have. And then for magic presence. Let's go for thank you. And then next time we can go for here and after that I can just get MGP for that. So, nice. Let's head to Ulda, I think. Uh, 50. I would presume that's it. Gonna stick with Machinist for a bit, because even though it doesn't give a lot of experience, it does give some experience, so might as well. Neophyte Adventure. Limited item only, so yeah, that must be really not a lot of experience. Oh well. Neophyte Adventurer seeks the warrior of light. Forgive me my boldness, but Lorelei Dracht, are you not? No. Yes, I am. Then my search is at an end. A begoggled gentleman tasked me to find you, you see. I have been treating you aid with some matter he did not share with me. Pray remain here, and I shall fetch him at once. Greetings, champion. 'Tis I who employed the young adventurer to facilitate this impromptu audience. As for the why, I've requested you, and you alone can fulfill. Pray listen well, for my tale begins with a most unsettling dream. In it did I behold the evening sky, boundless and shimmering. As I drank deep of its beauty, I spied 2 stars sailing across the inky expanse. One of purest white, the other blushing scarlet, their courses set such that they might pass without collision. Sharply and suddenly the scarlet star shifted its trajectory. Of a burning landscape, did its path intersect with that of the white star, that conjunction marked by a brilliant explosion of light. Even in slumber, I was awestruck by the spectacle. Yeah, kinda. It is a lovely tale, but I fail to see what it has to do with me. I do not wish to make any claims with certainty, and yet... whatever greater meaning this vision might hold, I am convinced the blazing white star represents a warrior of light. In other words, you. And should these portents indeed foretell future events, you are thus fated to encounter the scarlet star, whosoever they may be. I therefore humbly request that you accompany me to the burning land from my dream, that I might witness the vision's denouement. I will compensate you for the trouble, of course. Do like compensation. Question is, which territory in Eorzea might be considered burning, metaphorically or otherwise? I mean, all 3 of these answers would be correct. Say coated crystal deposits, why not? These crystals would have to be immense in size, akin to those which comprise the burning wall. Aye, that sights it well resembles the sweeping scene from my dream. First mystery is solved. We shall leave for Eastern Thanalan and the infamous burning wall at once. Eastern Thanalan. Burning wall. There. Still a remarkable bunch of people around. It's quite nice. Okay. Burning wall. An apt name indeed. Kind of. It is said that these crystalline structures were formed when falling shards of Dalamut pierced the lands ethereal current. Some of them, some see them as a symbol of rebirth, a manifestation of renewed life. That is neither here nor there. Let's have a look around, shall we? Spyglass is at the ready. Survey your surroundings for anything out of the ordinary. You move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target an area and inspect it with left click. Is that normal? So. Strange so far. There, no. Particularly you're just blind. Oh, hello. Make an unusual discovery. Where am I? What's going on? A dream led you to me. I can't do a Clive voice. I understand how absurd that may sound. We ourselves were unsure of what debated us here. As for who we are, I am content to be known as the Minstrel. This stalwart hero is Lorelei Dracht. Hello. Why do we have the pleasure of your name? Clive. The last thing I remember was the ruins. Good. Where did I come to be in this place? But seem you are not senseless. Confusion is to be expected. For safety's sake, I suggest we make for town and have a Pontistery physician look you over. I shall see our patient receives proper treatment. Would you mind waiting for us at Scholar's Walk? Yeah, okay. I'm already here, man. Waiting. Doing a lot of waiting. Hello. Our foundling is being cared for as we speak, but I'm told he should be released soon. Hopefully 'twas not that a bite of food and a little bed rest couldn't cure. It was kind of you to wait. Thank you. What of your condition? Much improved. The physical also noted no sign of injury or illness. Yet my memories remain hazy. How did I end up there? Whatever I was doing, it was important, I'm sure of it. I must return as soon as possible. I see. We cannot leave him in this state. We must help him restore his memories and find his way home. What of the city, Clive? Do any parts of Ul'dah strike you as familiar? No. Maybe I've simply forgotten, but I recognize nothing. Not Ul'dah then. Still, I should like to think that the sights and sounds of a well-known locale will hasten your recovery. The Burning Wall, the place where we found you, is situated midway betwixt Ul'dah and Gridania. Perhaps a trip to the 12-foot is in order? Gridania, you say? The name rings no bells, but I have no better suggestions. You would take me there? Yeah, okay, I can do that. Meanwhile, I should make the rounds of the neighboring settlements. Ask if any have heard of you. Let's rendezvous in Gridania anon. This entire situation has been knocked off balance, I'm afraid. Lorelei, was it? I appreciate you coming to my rescue. Still, you must have your own business to attend to. We can set out whenever you're ready. Which is now. Yay. Clive is ready to travel to Gridania. Good for you. So am I. Are we ready? Then let's head out. It's Gridania that Minstrel mentioned. Is it far? Will we need mounts? It's kind of far. Or we can go by airship. By airship? You have those? Not that I mean to doubt you, friend. If you say we're boarding an airship, then that's what we'll do. What are we doing? Lorelei, if I may ask a foolish question, do these airships of yours actually fly? Yes? A foolish question indeed, then. Your expression tells me as much. Is there no airship travel where you're from? So it would seem. Sword. You know that the weapon on my back is called a sword. I understand what it's for and how to wield it. Foggy as my memories may be, my general knowledge seems intact. Yet hearing you speak of functional airship, I felt confusion, disbelief, for something that you clearly think of as commonplace. Well, they're not entirely commonplace, but not that uncommonplace, so kind of. I make no sense of it. Where was I before now? Dwelling on this is pointless. Forward is the only way. Good word. Forward we go. Fly! Hey Clive, how was it? Feel that bracing wind, deck shuddering beneath your feet as you rise into the sky. My memory may be faulty, but that was an experience I'm sure I'd not soon forget. So, this is Gridania. Seems very unlike the city we just left. Where to begin? I think it best if I follow your lead. Yeah, he's now accompanying me with the hills. Neat. Where are we going? Up. Going up. Talk to me, Yoon. This tavern reminds me of somewhere I've been before. It's no use. I can feel the memory. But it's like grasping at smoke. But maybe if you were to show me somewhere else. Why are you inside me? No. I assume you also have a Clive with you. That you are stopping here too. Chocobo. Now that's something I recognize. Yet it's more than that. I had my own chocobo once, I'm sure of it. As for the when and or the where. There. Impressive crystal. Not a mother crystal, surely. No, nearly large enough. When I try to remember, the fog in my head almost seems to grow thicker. Not that way, apparently. This is a truly beautiful place. I think this is the most important matter. Have you remembered anything else? Flashes of this and that, but nothing to suggest I've been here before. Just can't shake the strangest feeling. As if it's too peaceful. That doesn't sit right. Troll reporting, Commander. All is quiet with the Exile. No sighting of Garuda. For which we are profoundly grateful. Eddie, soldier. Did he say Garuda? You there, is Garuda you speak on? Sir, are you alright? Captain Dracht, do you know this gentleman? Memory loss, you say? Sorry to hear that, though it seems Garuda's name has lit a spark of some sort. I was in a battle with Garuda. I fought her, sure of it. Please, you must tell me more. Anything that might help me remember my past. Of course. Britannia owes a debt of gratitude to any who stood against a destructive fiend. However, there is one more suited to the task than I. Our elder Seedseer is well versed not only in primal lore, but also in the treatment of bodily afflictions. She is surely your best hope for recovery. I'll send word ahead to the still glade Fae. Stand ready to escort our guest to an audience. Understood, Commander. Hey, find me at Novica's altar in Lord Britannia, and I'll see that you are granted entry to the Lotus Stand. Okay, thank you. Let's get to the Lotus Stand. Oh, I'm already here. Never mind. Way back to what I've lost begins with Garuda. That I feel certain. Lotus Town lies just ahead. You would follow me, please. Greetings, honored guests. Commander Helois has apprised me of your friend's condition. This is he? Pleasure to meet you. I am Kane Sen, elder Seatseer of Gridania. I thank you for your gracious welcome. I am Clive, though beyond that, I fear my introduction may be lacking. Please, concern yourself not with proprieties. It is your memory loss we are here to address. I'm told Garuda's name awakened some previous recollection. Yes, in the instant I heard it, a hazy vision of battle rose unbidden. I think perhaps if I could hear more of Garuda. A wish easily granted. Garuda is the deity revered by the Ixal, a people who once dwelled here in the Twelveswood. Well, there are still some in Twelveswood. He appears as a winged entity, half bird, half woman, who commands the wind itself. Most frightening, however, is her capricious temper, as unpredictable as a howling storm. I should add that Lorelei has fought against Garuda in a primal incarnation. A winged woman of volatile temper, with power over the wind. Fitting description of the immortal opponent of the member. Deity? No, the will behind that monster's visage was distinctly mortal. I suspect Clive's Garuda and Eorza's Primal are not one and the same. Mainly as Clive himself is not of our world. Explain yourself, minstrel. Run back to where we discovered Clive and questioned folk in all the nearby settlements. Not one person recognized the description. Such a distinctive tattoo escaping the notice of every local rumormonger from Malms around. Improbable, to say the least. That led me to consider another possibility, one consistent with past accounts that I have heard of visitors from other worlds somehow stumbling through. Consistent through reality's curtain and finding their way to a star. My brand, it's the mark of a bearer. Does it pain you to remember? I feel the memory is starting to surface, but when I strain to recall, a piercing ringing fills my ears. Garuda, bearer, Ifrit. Another primal's name. It seems the pain has a less than tangible source. Long have I studied the healing arts, yet I sense no shadow of illness in your body. Your suffering stems not from injury nor sickness. Victims of terrible events have been known to suppress their own memories out of instinct. One's subconscious denies attempts to confront the awful truth, the mind creating a shield of pain to protect the heart. The barrier is of my own making. How, then, am I to overcome it? With our aid, of course. Fate has brought us together, and together we shall triumph over this adversity. Yay. So, you think me from another world? My memories of that world are not like to return unless I acknowledge some terrible truth. A truth my mind refuses to remember. It is a confining dilemma, I agree, and I have given thought to a solution. I believe that the shackles which bind your mind may yet be struck off in the heat of battle. A drastic measure, perhaps, especially when not at your best. Which is why I turn to you, Lorelei. You are the twin to Clive's wandering star. Your involvement is no accident. The path I see is thick with thorns, but if you have the will to walk it, then gird yourself for war and await me at Apkalu Falls. Okay. Let's go there. Ooh, a gift. Clive seems somewhat bemused. Menzel has a plan, it seems, but he shares little beyond confusing metaphor. Still, I'm willing to indulge him if it means making progress. We're to meet him at Kalu Falls, right? Where is that to be found? Yeah, come along. Good, not far then. Let's get on with it. Oh, go ahead. That's fine by me. Could have probably taken an etherite to make it a bit quicker, but that's okay. People over here doing things. Judy. This place. Why here? Because this waterfall is where the legendary Archon Louis Soir gathered a band of adventurers at the time of the 7th Umbral Calamity. Their purpose? To extinguish the infernal Ifrit. Ifrit? I know something is there. Why can't I remember? I've recalled several words in the Elder CC's presence. Words which brought him pain. While the significance of bear eludes me, you and I are more than familiar with Ifrit. Yeah. Considering your reaction to the mere mention of the name, it's likely that the primal, or its equivalent in your world, is deeply connected to your condition. Thus have I resolved to weave my lyrical magics and bring you face to face with the Ifrit of your our world. This is a good sound. I like it. Here, where Archon Louis Soir paved an ethereal path to the primal's lair, will my words be given substance, and within the vision which takes form, will you do battle with the phantom of our mind's creation. Imaginary though this confrontation may be, I fear your suffering will be all too real, yet you must persevere, for your hidden truth will not be unearthed without hardship. Take heart, Scarlet Star, and call upon the strength of your shining twin. The past awaits. Go. Where has he sent us? We stand in the bowl of embers, the sites where the Amalja summoned their patron deity, and the stage upon which the warrior of light became a slayer of gods. is but convincing illusion, the body of recounted tale given breath by fanciful verse. Come forth, Lord of the Inferno. That guy is kind of just an illusion. I don't think Lord of Embers has that kind of sky anyway. An accurate facsimile, yet not quite the Fae'ret you know. No, quite the same. There he is. It's time to uncover the truth. Time to find out who I am. Right. Let's go. If it's the thing that you call Joshua. Yes, I've been on its trail, seeking vengeance for my brother. His fiend was pale. Fight with me, Lorelei. Let's do this. During this battle you begin, access to special duty actions as follows. Use rising flames to charge the foe and inflict high damage. With the proper timing you can use dodge to avoid taking damage, even if you are within the area of an enemy's attack. Certain enemy attacks will be preceded by a countdown icon. When this countdown passes to the dodge icon, quickly use the dodge action. After executing a successful dodge, the dodge action will change to precision strike, provides an opportunity to inflict additional damage. Okay. Do something about this? Can I do something about this? Button pressing. That keyboard. Go live. Back we go. I am still in. About that. Thank you. Can I go?
Ow.
Christ. Spare myself the guilt. I feared that by accepting it, I would lose what little was left of me. But I accepted to do it now. Okay, these are probably going to be kind of 16 spoilers if you haven't done 16. You're not pleased. Although I suppose you discovered this bit. They do those slow motion qualities. In the battle against your own mind, it would seem you have emerged a victor. Intriguing. Good boy. Good as boys. The illusion is unraveled, yet you've brought a friend back with you. This is Torgal, a wolf pup raised in Duchy. There is no more loyal ally in battle, and no keener guide when the road ahead is uncertain. That would explain the aberration in the lingering ether. Torgal is here to lead you back to your own world. Life has embraced his harrowing past. Doing so reclaimed the memories he lost. Though not a conscious act, he has manifested his readiness to return home in the form of a trusted companion. Even so, it was difficult to accept what I'd done. It's going to be okay. My younger brother, Joshua, was a kind and gifted soul. The inheritor of the Phoenix Flames, he was destined to become Archduke, as our father had before him. But Joshua was murdered, his bright future cut short. From that day onwards, I lived for one purpose alone. Dominant of fire had slain my brother, and I would have my revenge. I spent years tracking the killer, until one day, I came to understand it had been me all along. The gasp! I was young and distraught when I first summoned Fae'ret. I hadn't known such power lurked within me, or that it could even exist at all. The transformation was instinctive and controlled, and it was by my hand that Joshua died. I can't but imagine the anguish this caused you. There was anguish, yes, and a guilt I will never escape, but I cannot let it stop me. I was born the vessel for Fleet's power, and I need to know why. It was in search of answers that I went to Phoenix Gate and delved into the ruins below. There I found the courage to face my past and to accept the truth. And then everything faded to black. Mathilde suggests that something in the ruins, some mysterious force, was responsible for your inadvertent journey. And if you arrived in Eorzea from a place sacred to the Phoenix and its flames, then it stands to reason. Yes, what are you thinking? I'm thinking that to see you home, then we must return to the beginning. A road takes us back to the burning wall. Once there, your furry comrade will lead us exactly to where we need to go. Suddenly it's nighttime. Anyway, back to the burning wall we go. There's no Clive here to accept anything else. Back to the burning wall we go. Meanwhile, it does look burning. It doesn't look much like a wall. I suppose it can be described as such. Yeah. No, stop. Here we are. We're still here. Nice ears. I wonder what would happen if I wore those ears. Such an incredible sight. I was in no state to appreciate these crystals the first time. Toggle's ears are picked up. The sense is focused on the surrounds. Come this far, our Toggle will be our guide. Such was the purpose of creation, after all. Ready, Toggle? Take me home. Once you choose to depart. Oh wait. Once you choose to depart, Clive and the wandering minstrel will accompany you. Toggle will then begin leading you onwards. Follow Toggle to his destination and try not to fall behind. If you leave Clive or the minstrel for any reason, or lose sight of Toggle, you may try again by returning to the starting point. Yeah, let's follow. There he goes. He's in high enough level to not be attacked by anything. But that's nice. Where you going, boy? Slightly faster than you. At least I think I am. Am I gaining on you? Am I just as fast? I don't know. I assume it is place. There are people here. Oh, yep. Hello. Boy. Since the end to this extraordinary tale is at hand. This is it, boy. Boy. Tale ends where it began. They first found me. Indeed. I was baffled as to why this, of all places, would serve as a junction between our two worlds. Now I think I understand. I do. Hey Lori. Hey Lori. Hey Tia. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Some years ago, Eosia was visited by a cataclysmic disaster known as the Seventh Umbral Calamity. Yet even as fire and ruin threatened all we held bare, there, the world underwent a mystical renewal. It was as if the star was reborn. One theory attributes the miracle to a benevolent entity, claiming that the undying phoenix fled into being, to save us in our hour of direst need. Phoenix? Stable is... well, stable. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm doing good. Bit warm from the weather outside. Got the door open and the fan on, but quite warm today. Ridiculously so for spring. It's supposedly going to be 27 degrees today. Yeah. The burning wall itself is a scar left by those events, its crystal ridges having erupted from the earth overnight. Some believe these monoliths of solidified flame to be the proof of the Phoenix's deliverance. Bond with your brother, Phoenix of your world, may have been the connection which brought you to this sacred place in ours. On to flame. Yeah, at least for this weekend. I believe after this weekend it's going to be cooler again. And we're going back to autumn, I guess. It seems our time together is at an end. Thank you both for all you've done. I like this one. Press on, friend, no matter how daunting the hardship or bitter the truth. Always, no matter what fate awaits at journey's end. Come, Toggle, give answers to seek, and Valistea awaits. Goodbye. Good luck doing the things in 16. And then he was gone. Feel the stirrings of a ballad, which you are probably going to sing now. But nay, oh. It would be hubris to imagine I could capture Clive's story from so feeding and excerpt. That honor belongs to someone else. Someone privileged to see his tale to its conclusion. Sadly, the power to peer into other worlds wasn't granted me by today's miracles. I wonder, however, if you might manage it, Lorelei. Which is kind of ironic, I mean, funny at least, since Yoshi P, which this guy represents, is the one who definitely worked on 16. This little adventure is over. Set in motion as it was by a dream most cryptic, I must thank you for indulging my sudden and strange request. for your promised rewards. I hope this is sufficient. Torgal proved such a trustworthy guide that I thought to bind his likeness to a summoning vessel. Thank you. May his loyal spirit serve you well in your travels. Till we meet again. Yeah, the event was quite touching. I mean, I have seen a Let's Play of 16, so I know the events that happened, but it's still nice to see Clive working through his pain, like killing Ifrit, I guess, and becoming Ifrit, coming to terms with things. Around the flame. Mine? Toggle is mine? I'm not going to unpack this. This is going to live on my retainer for a bit. So it is nice gear. Gear build. But not now. I'll think about it. On to the gold saucer. And the card apparently. What's happening over here? Yeah. So I'll do the mini cack while I'm here. What is it? Oh, nice. Would be good to 6. But I will try this. Nice. And this would have been good. Would have been 24. Cut. Okay, let's do this again. I don't even know what would be good. This, I guess. Yeah. Oh, but 110, okay. Which is nice. So, who do I talk to? Wait, oh, fuck you. Hey, do you have Clive's card? On you? Oh, you do. Do they stay now? Because Noctis is still here. No, I haven't. Oh, buy it. Just in case. Oh, vendors. Oh. This guy? So, which one are the 16 ones? Because I don't have any of these, because I've not been spending my money. Oh, that's definitely one of them. That makes sense. And I was told it would cost 200k to get them, so this must be all of them. So, here we go. God. And done. 16 event, done. So now it's time to move on to another role quest. And since you are talking in chat, you get to decide which one. I have 2 left to do. Healer and magic DPS. So which one? I think this was the magic DPS one, which takes us to Ishgard. And this was the healer one, which takes us to Ul'dah. Wait a minute. Oh, this one. What is this one? What is this? Oh no, this is alchemy. This is the healer one, which takes us to Alamigo. Magic DPS. Okay. Now aching souls. Going to Reg Mage it up. Yes. Lorelei, I have been expecting you. Words cannot well express how heartening it is to have you fighting beside us. Allow me to echo that sentiment. It's his voice again. Greetings, my friend. Lest you wonder, Lord Arturel and I are leading an effort to deal with the blasphemy. With your capable self in the fold, I have no doubt that we shall succeed. Without further ado, I shall brief you on the situation. It was a handful of days after the first beasts appeared in Ratzat-Han. Alazan Man was observed at a hoplon in the pillars, walking with an unsteady gait. All of a sudden, he buckled over as if in pain. Before anyone knew what was happening, he had transformed into a terrible draconic beast. Was it draconic? Oh my, it's very draconic. The mere sight of this, many who chanced to be present there also turned, and regrettably the Temple Knights were forced to put them down. The blasphemy itself, however, took wing and fled. Profane Fafnir, we have chosen to call it, after the dragon man of Ishgardian myth. Since that day, the beast has often been sighted in the skies above Ishgard. It does not attack, only circles menacingly for a time, ere disappearing again. Alas, these brief visitations are enough to cause more people to turn, for fear and panic to spread further. As part of our investigation, we have sought to identify the man who became the blasphemy, but thus far we have learned naught. We have, however, identified a common thread between those who subsequently turned. All were people of fervent faith, people such as priests and inquisitors. When the truth of our nation's history was laid bare, the legitimacy of the church was called into question. Many Ishgardians struggled to reconcile with revelations with their beliefs, none more than the pious. I don't know what to do with your voice. Such men and women, we posit, would be more susceptible to despair, therefore the transformation. We must find a way to stop it. Ishgard was only just emerged from a 1,000-year war. We cannot suffer another great tragedy, much less so soon. In order to attain a better understanding of the situation, we intend to speak with a member of the clergy, the sole individual who survived witnessing the blasphemy's birth without being turned. Clem is his name, and he is a deacon at St. Remenau's Cathedral. Come, let us seek him out there at once. Let us do so. Right idea. Yeah. Cathedral. To be inside, yep. Clear. Lord Emmerich, Lord Artois, and the saviour of Ishgard besides, do me great honour. I am Clem, and I serve as a deacon here at St. Remenau's Cathedral. I understand you were among those at the Hoplawn when the incident occurred. We give thanks to the Fury for your merciful preservation. We now seek to prevent the blasphemy from wreaking further havoc, and would now appreciate any details you can provide. Loath though we are to make you recall unpleasant memories, will you not recount to us what you witnessed that day? Very well. We are presently relocating the vault's libraries to the cathedral. I also changed your voice, in case you were unaware. We had finished delivering a batch of tomes, and were on our way to bring over another. As we approached the Hoplawn, we noticed a young man walking unsteadily. No sooner had he come to an abrupt halt than he transformed into a draconic beast. The fiend fixed us with a menacing glare. It was all I could do to find our wits and flee. But to my compounding horror, my brethren who were with me began turning into monstrosities as well, one after another. Praise the Fury that you at least were spared, Deacon Clem. I cannot imagine how frightening this experience must have been. Who are you? Oh. It is you. Bishop Fae'ret. Forgive me if I interrupt. I was informed that our stalwart protectors were present, and wish to express my gratitude. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for your service. I pray that we shall soon be free of this scourge. Indeed, if there is aught we might do to aid your efforts, you need but say it. You are most kind, your grace. I was Bishop Fae'ret, head of St. Remenau's and a member of the Synod. With the seat of the Archbishop vacant, he is, in effect, the highest authority in the Guardian Orthodox Church. This is so, and in spite of his elevated station, remains as kind and humble a man as any I have ever known. Like his grace, I will do all that I can to help shepherd our people through this uncertain time. To that end, there is a request I would make of you, if you can spare a moment to consider it. Of course, if it is within our power, we should be glad to offer you aid. Thank you. So, what's up? In the wake of the transformations, a group of clergymen fled the city in fear. Though they sought refuge in the wilderness, they put themselves at the mercy of the elements and felt fiends both. Given that the cause of the transformation is not clear, I think theirs was a decidedly unwise decision. We should set out and find them. I am not trained in the ways of war. As such, I require those who are to accompany me in the search. So that is the way of it. Suffice to say we will help. Do you know whither your fellows may have headed? The Western Highlands, I believe, between Gorgania Mills and Hemlock. There is no shortage of abandoned dwellings in the area. Very well. Time being of the essence, I suppose we split up and scour separate areas. Lorelei, if you could escort the good deacon to Gun Mills, Lord Arturel and I will tend to Hemlock. Okay. That's still not a thing. Other doggo. Still also a good doggo. Yeah. Mills. Here you are. Paladin visitor. You. Ah, see, you found them. Yes, and none the worse for wear, thanks, Fury. My friends, forgive us if we have given cause for alarm. We come out of concern for your well-being. Do we understand you why you quit the city? We fear you may have placed yourselves at great risk by coming here. His Grace Bishop Vatnois, too, worries for your health and prays for your swift return. So please, will you not allow us to escort you to the Holy See? I assure you, it will be much safer there than in this wretched place. This wretched place. Servants of the Fury will never be safe in the city, don't you see? This is your fault. You and your accursed revolution. People disdain us, mock us behind our backs and spit on our faces. Yeah. And now someone is conspiring to transform us into monstrosities. Enemies of the church, I'll wager. Unpardoned by your deeds. So no, I will not go back to Ishgard. Sooner freeze to death than suffer your pity. Oh, sucks to be you. What? I have ever done her in service to her. I am a good man. I do not... She cannot forsake me. It's deserved. Something. Deserved. Bye. Shouldn't we go after that? Because it's a blasphemy and we should probably kill those? Lorelei, we cannot allow him to harm any others. Give chase and do what you must. You will remain here and keep the others calm. Let's go. Up. Okay, I need to remember how to red mage. done, my thanks. What happened is most regrettable. We must be grateful that no one else came to harm. While you were gone, the deacon was able to convince the others to return to the city. Let us escort them back at once, then reconvene at the congregation. Consider our next course of action. For our purposes, we have the use of the strategy. Announce yourself to the guard without, and we'll show you in. Nope, that's still not it. Hey, clicking the wrong thing. Who do I talk to? American, after all, await you within the strategy room. Will you be joining them now? Yeah. I'm here. Lest you wonder, we have taken the clergyman to St. Remonos to rest and recover. Truth be told, I thought that I might still succumb to despair, and turn remains at the forefront of my mind. Yet the risk would be greater still were we to keep them at arm's length and deny them the comfort of the Church. Indeed, from the words he spoke, that Inquisitor yearned for the days of old. He and others like him can scarcely be blamed, since the truth of the nation's founding and the Archbishop's machinations were made public knowledge. The Church has been in turmoil. Though we have made great strides in separating religion and state, there has been far less progress in the reformation of the Church. For our faith has been everything to us, our purpose and our comfort. It is not an easy thing to reconcile one's beliefs with the betrayal of our spiritual leaders. Thus torn between their hearts and minds, many Ishgardians feel lost. None more so than members of the clergy, whose faith was once unshakable. Little wonder, then, that the most dedicated and devout are like to turn. So it seems. Further investigation is needed ere we draw a definite conclusion. At the war's end, Ishgard has set out on a new path. The choices we make now shall determine our course for the future. Come what may, we dare not squander the chance we have fought so hard to attain. Once the returned clergymen have sufficiently calmed down, I shall have the deacon speak with them, that we might gain insight into their individual plights. Good. Meanwhile, I shall take the opportunity to brief my men on recent developments. Pray, take a moment's rest, my friend. You have earned it. When you are ready to continue our work, you may seek us out of here. Okay. Bye. Torral is eagerly awaiting Deacon Clem's report. Ah, Lorelei, your timing could not be better. Deacon Clem has finished speaking with the rescued clergyman. He'll be here shortly to share his findings. Lord Emeritus, too, is on his way. Let's wait for them. Hey, Clem. Deacon Clem, we thank you for making the inquiries on our behalf. It was no imposition in the least. As I said, I am glad to do all I can. So, it is our understanding that those we escorted back were all the close acquaintances, the Inquisitor who turned. Like him, they too had been the subject of harassment by certain quarters of the populace. Is this correct? It is, I'm afraid. And they are far from alone. Men of the cloth were once afforded respect and deference as servants of Helone. Now they are openly reviled by many. We are complicit in perpetuating terrible lies, this is true. But we too were misled. We too are victims. Yet we are regarded by some as criminals. Well do I understand the people's anger, but it saddens me to think that they would thus slash out at a fellow man. Especially when we need solidarity most of all. Though I can imagine your plight, I would not presume to fully grasp your pain. Will you tell us of the challenges you and yours have had to face since the war's end? Like all sons and daughters of Ishgard, we dreamed of peace in our lifetime. But now that it has come, we find that we have little cause for rejoice. Our faith has long been the foundation of our lives, and overnight that foundation has been crippled by fractures, beyond repair for some. To learn that we had been deceived, that we had unwittingly deceived others in turn, was devastating. We who had once been shepherds to men found ourselves lost lambs, bereft of surety and wanting for guidance. We have languished in darkness, all of us. Yet I have faith that the church will redeem itself, that it will find a new path, and again become a beacon of hope for the people. I see. Thank you for sharing this with us. The testimony has confirmed our suspicions. According to our allies, that which causes people to turn is none other than despair and anguish. If it wasn't before, it is now abundantly clear why members of the clergy are among the transformed. That you did not, I believe, is due to your unwavering faith in the Church. In light of this, we would ask you for your continued cooperation. Of course, anything to help my brethren. Now that we have established the cause, that leaves us with the mystery of profane Fafnir's identity. The progenitor of these troubles. Would he too have been a man of the cloth? What I recall of his garb, I doubt it. He was dressed in a common fashion, and inadequately against the gold besides. It is said that something of the individual may remain in the blasphemy, influencing its behavior. If we can determine what instincts drive profane Fafnir, we may learn who it once was. And this knowledge, I believe, will prove vital in our efforts to stop it. Deacon Clem, we ask that you reach out to your fellow clergymen. Please do what you can to ease their anxieties. Understood. As I have ever done, I shall provide what comfort I can to those in need. I like the color of your outfit, by the way. It's nice. Blue, greenish color. Meanwhile, we must make it a priority to identify the blasphemer. To that end, I would seek out more eyewitnesses. Hoplon is a busy place at any given time. Some ordinary citizens are bound to be present. It's a tragic event unfolding. I propose we make inquiries on the pillars. We could attend to the Hoplon, but Artural and I will look in the surrounding areas. Okay? Bye. Oh, hello, sociable citizen. Oh, I didn't see that dragon. Not that I have wished to, as painful as it sounds. They say it wasn't a Ravanian attack, but if not, then what was it? So close to eating the child might solve this. state citizen? I wasn't present for the incident at Hoplon, but a young man poorly dressed for the call, that I did see. I recall him well, because an aide from St. Vandross was searching for him. He was a patient at the infirmary. Coincidence had the same name. Same name as what? What? I know not what became of that young man, but I hope the aide found him. He plainly wasn't in a state to be wandering about alone. Well, I have bad news. And possibly good news? He will not be called anymore, presumably. I honestly don't know if blasphemies can be called, but one can assume so. The dragon that appeared at the Hoplon? I saw it with my own eyes. The woman that Ellison makes a terrible beast. It was a heretic, I take it? No, those are not. Well, there's probably still a thing. On that way, I guess. Ambulance. I don't know if you can hear it. There you are. There you are, Lorelei. Did your search yield any fruit? Well, I learned that the man has a name that is the same as another name. Patient at the Firmament's infirmary, you say. Also that. Among those with whom I spoke, one claims to have witnessed an individual fitting the description. Walking in a stupor, he did not seem to feel at all. Yet, one that straight out of the infirmary would explain his state of attire. Yes, I dare say we have found our blasphemy. To think that his name should be von Vendro. Oh! Okay, now I get it. Name was Vendro, the same as the name of the... I get it. Sorry. Same name as the former Heaven's Ward Commander Sir Vendro, Bushmont, for whom the infirmary is named. Sir Vendro, however, retired from his station at a ripe old age some years ago. It is not like to have been him. In any case, we have a lead. We shall head to the infirmary at once. Wait for me in the broom. Get to the broom from here. This Ethernet shard. The other Ethernet shard. And audio quest? I guess. Audio quest? Oh, that's the level 80 artifact, I guess, relic, tool relic. Don't need that. Hey, Americ. Lord Otterell should not be long. Let us wait here. Let's wait. This is Lovrik, the aide who was in charge of Vendro. Have you found him? Oh, please say you have. We have not, I'm afraid, but we seek to, and hope that you could tell us more about him. May we ask how he came to be at the infirmary? He was found by a patrol in the Central Highlands. After being treated for his hurts, he was brought to us for convalescence. Being in the prime of his years, he had been doing well, but then... Prime of his years? By all accounts, he is no old man. It seems safe to assume he isn't serving her. Oh, no. It's definitely a different person, as I told Lord Arturel. Though he gave me his name as Vaindreau, he seemed rather confused. We had no means to confirm his identity. In his state, we shouldn't be wandering about on his own. Please, you must find him. The man who recently turned into a beast at the Hoplon, I regret to say it, may have been Vaindreau. What? No, how can this be? Aught else you can tell us? Things he may have said or done while in your care. While he was still unconscious, he would often ramble. Though most of it was incoherent, he mentioned the Archbishop many times. Oh, and he spoke of a bishop too, Bishop Fontenoy. I assumed he was a pious man given this. I see. Thank you for your cooperation. We will continue our investigation and, should we confirm what became of Vaindreau, inform you forthwith. Let us return to the congregation for now. Okay. For this front again. Yeah. And some more. That's silent. Weird silent inside. Heading to the strategy room. I should be glad to show you in. Thank you. Hey. Mystery remains, but we are one step closer to identifying the man who became profane Fafnir. Indeed, though he did not at first appear to be a member of the clergy, his words betray a fervent faith. And how curious that he should speak not only of the Archbishop, but Bishop Fontenoy specifically. How so? Perhaps he was personally acquainted with this case. Out of the possibility, I believe we should speak with him directly. Agreed. I will cast an audience, but his grace has many demands upon his time. It may be a while before we are seen. Should you have other business, pray feel free to attend him in the meantime. I won't though. I'm ready. Better think time now. The look of relief upon Arturel's face bespeaks your timely arrival. You've never left. Orlai, excellent timing as ever. Deacon Clem has just sent word that Bishop Fontenoy will see us now. By which I mean right this instant. It is extremely short notice, I know, but it would not do to miss the opportunity to learn how he and Vaindreau may be connected. Wishing to keep his grace waiting, Lord Emmerich is already on his way to St. Ramonau's Cathedral. Come, let us hurry there ourselves. Sorry. closer to the entrance. Nice. Very well. My lords, I'm so sorry. I informed His Grace that you were making your way hither. But shortly before you arrived, he recalled that he had urgent business and had to leave the cathedral at once. He cannot have yet gone far, though, so if you wish to search for him in the hopes that you can still steal a moment of his time. To count this audience only to depart with such haste, what business could be so pressing? Hi, clan. See if we can find ourselves a bishop. Could a bishop be here? Here, apparently. The circle. Yeah, so we're going down then. There you are. Found His Grace, Lorelei. Now, that even the Savior of Ishgard should be here. Grace, that's just simply our misunderstanding. We were under the impression that you granted us an audience. Lord Speaker, rest assured I was just about to return to the cathedral. There is no need, Your Grace. This will not take long. As you may have heard, we are investigating a young man named Fae'ret. Is he known to you? No, I cannot say he is. With the exception of the former Archimandrite, I am sure I know no one by that name. But minorly archbishops are known to many, yes? Perhaps his youth took inspiration from public services over which he presided. Goodly soul that he is. Full glad am I that his faith was of comfort to him in his sickness, and I pray to Alone that he will soon be found in good health. Well, I have once again bad news. Now then, if there was nothing else, I shall return to my duties. Oh. That is a big sword. Fear not, Your Eminence. I shall carry on your legacy. You have completed preparations as per your instructions. Are you certain that this will work? It will. It must. Emmerich spoke the truth when he revealed the Archbishop sought primal powers to strengthen the people's faith. I could not bring myself to believe him, not at first. But in the course of cataloguing His Eminence's personal articles, I came upon his journal. Therein he had written that, through abundant ether and fervent prayer, it is possible to make gods of men. The power we require lies in this place, this Azizla, by channeling the essential elements into the soulless flesh, the sword we found. We shall summon King Thornton and his Knights 12. By his blessing, Ishgard shall be restored to its former glory. What is this?
It's just an ordinary man, scarcely changed from before.
His owners must protect.
No, no, this isn't right. Confound it. Perhaps I overlooked something. I must return to the Holy See and review the journal.
Your Grace, what shall I do with this thing?
Leave it. It is a failure without use or value. Denizens of this place will deal with it soon enough.
Guess they didn't. Lorelei, are you well? Will you perchance grant the vision of the past? Yeah, so this guy is trying to restore the Holy See. Attempted summoning of King Thornton and his Knights 12. Your Grace, you should know full well that summoning is strictly forbidden. You will accompany us to the congregation and explain yourself.
I have dedicated my life to the Church, conducted my affairs in accordance with the Scriptures, and taught others to do likewise. But you took it all from us, tore down everything that defined us. You cannot know how it feels to have your very existence rejected, to be forsaken by your community, to be denied for your society. Well, I deny you in this justice. I deny Ishgard where the Church has no place. I refuse to accept it, do you hear me? I refuse to accept it.
Dang, Emmerich.
Guys, no!
I guess he deceived you as well. That it should come to violence yet again. Would that your hand had not been forced, my lord. Deacon Clem should not be alone at this time. I shall remain with him while tending to the aftermath. When things have settled, I will return to the congregation. Pray go on ahead and get some rest. Yeah, okay. I won't though. Get rest. I mean. Let's go. Is it closer? Yeah, it is closer. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Hey, Amarek. You okay?
confess the deacon. Well enough, given the circumstances. Though understandably shaken, he is more determined than ever to help his fellows. Truly, he was possessed of a stout heart. But to think that even a member of the Synod could succumb to despair in turn. Christ's grip in the church is far graver than I had imagined. Also, you know the summoning. Pushing for such an abrupt separation of religion and state may have exacerbated the growing divide between the clergy and the general populace. Orlai, will you recount in full that which you witnessed in your vision? Yeah, okay, so there was a guy and then two other guys and then the dead guy that they made alive. That he should seek to use one of Alok's holy abominations to create a primal. That which manifested was not like the being you fought, but rather retained form of a man, driven by the desire to protect the Archbishop. I may safely assume the bishop did not have sufficient either. Bereft of Nidhogg's eye, the sword of Ascalon no longer has such power. Nor does that of the warring triad remain to be harnessed, thanks to your valorous intervention. Oh, is that... Would you not have this if you didn't do the warring triad? I think you cannot do the warring triad. But if the summoning failed, how did the clone come to possess life? What purpose drives it? Of ether notwithstanding, necessary components were present for a summoning. Thus the ritual itself was a success, and the vessel, though imperfect, rose as a champion of the Archbishop. But how did he come to be in the Central Highlands? I believe that this clone and the man who became the blasphemy are one and the same. Nay, I merely speculate. Considering what we know of the clone and Vendro, it would seem a likely possibility. Whatever the truth may be, it will not elude us forever. First, I must lay some groundwork for the next phase of our investigation. God's permitting, we'll have news to share ere long, so pray look in on us where you can. Every quest takes about 15 minutes, which it seems to be doing. It should be done before I want to eat. Maybe go over a little bit, but that's fine. I can eat a bit later. But before we continue, I'm going to go on a quick bio break, so I will be right back. Also get some more tea. See you in a bit.
I return. Back. Next quest. Natural has the identity of the blasphemy on his mind. Lorelei, you're ever a sight for sore eyes. Ill tidings, my friends. I dispatched the temple knights to find a clergyman who Bishop Fae'ret was summoning a temple. Regrettably, confronted, all turned and had to be put down. Without their accounts, how then to ascertain that the clone was and Fae'ret the same individual? Pending the assumption that they are, as we should instead consider how Fae'ret may have found his way to Curtis. According to Lorelei's vision, he was abandoned as a slave. What did he do afterwards? There is but one way to ascertain the truth. Follow his trail. Let us go and search for the clone in Azizla. He is still there, and we are dealing with a different individual. Splendid idea. Leave the floating continent in your capable hands. Meanwhile, Lorelei and I shall retrace Fae'ret's steps when he first appeared. Upon being found in the Central Heights, was taken to Camp Dragon. Let's begin by making inquiries there. Okay. Camp Dragon Head. Boop, doop, doop. Ja. Ballen. Hello. Investigating the stranger we found, are you? I wasn't involved myself, so I can't tell you much about the fellow. But in case it is of interest, earlier the same day, we got sight of an airship flying dangerously low. It soon disappeared into the brewing snowstorm, looking none too steady. Your exchange with Theobalin has taught you about an airship flying low. Good stuff. Yeah. In here. Yell. Ah, it is ever an honor to receive you. What brings you to our humble camp this morn? An injured man who was found out in the wilds. Yes, I know the one. I was with the patrol that chanced into him north of here, at Providence Point. I was unconscious in a bad way, and we hardly bore him back to the camp. After doing what we could for him, we sent him on to the city. Your exchange with Yale has taught you about where Fae'ret was found. Yay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Nin. Well now, if it isn't the late Lord Orchivon's dear friend, something you require? Ah yes, the mystery man. And those who tended him. Was not tired for the snow, much less the snowstorm in which he had been caught, and was suffering from frostbite. If people are extremely cold, they may mistakenly feel that they are warm in this robe. That might explain his state of undress. Okay, your exchange with Nin has taught you about Fae'ret's state when he was found. Useful stuff. Where do I go now? What are findings to Emmerich? Where is Emmerich? What is this? Okay, we need to go there. What is this? Oh, toughening up. Oh, Emmerich. Hello. There you are. Were you able to learn aught of interest? Thanks. A hastily written note which reads Fae'ret found unconscious at Providence Point. A hastily written note which reads airship sighted flying low near Head. And a hastily written note which reads Fae'ret not pressed to the cold. But I think we already knew that, didn't we? A mysterious man found collapsed after an airship was seen flying low. Yes, the accounts I heard are consistent with yours. I, for one, am curious about the fate of this unknown airship. To that end, we have arranged a pair of black chocobos for us, to more efficiently to scour the area. We shall contain a search to Providence Point, where Fae'ret is said to have been found. Okay, let's go. If you are ready, let us be off. I am ready. Oh, just flies us. Nice. Hello, Merrick. How have you been doing? Been a while since I've seen you. Should still do proper dinner sometime. When I'm not called away by someone. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh. Nothing so far. Let us continue northeast. Still flying automatically. What is it? That certainly looks like a crashed airship. And the blasphemy. What a fury! It's blasphemy. Oh, echoes. His Eminence must protect His Eminence. You're finally awake. I'll only be praised. How are you feeling? Strong enough to speak. Can you tell me your name? My name is... Zephyrin. No, Caribird. Was it Veligin? Holcrin? So many names swirling in my mind, and voices that reject them, that none they will accept. Are you alright? Fae'ret. My name is Fae'ret. Well, now, it's the same as our infirmary. I dare say fate has guided you to us. So Vendra, if you're feeling up to a little conversation, can you tell me about yourself? Anything else you remember? Anything at all? Proud son of House Tamil, nay, a devout servant of Helones who lives for the rush of battle, the pleasure of inflicting pain, the attentions of maidens, to fight beside my brothers in arms. A low-born runt, whose every effort went unrewarded. His very name disqualified him from ever leading temple knights. But his eminence raised me up, granted me a place at his side. From that day forth, I pledged my sword to his service, pledged my very being, my life to be offered up in defense of his. I am a knight of the Heavensward, sworn to protect and serve the Archbishop. Oh, you're a knight? Forgive me if that sounded rude, but I had no idea. And while I realize that your memories may be a bit muddled, I'm afraid I must inform you that the Heavensward have not been seen in quite some time, and are presumed dead, and the Archbishop, well, he's most certainly no longer of this world. But the important thing is you're safe now, and we'll help you get back on your feet. Speaking of which, let me bring some food and water. You must be absolutely famished. The Archbishop dead? No, this cannot be. How can he still be alive when he's not? I must find him. Lorelei. Yeah, that's me. Oh, dang. Hello. Or the glory of King Thornton. Hey. Not a vision, I take it. Yeah. Let us make for Ishgard. I expect that Lord Arturel will return soon. If he has not already, we should both be glad to hear your tale. Will do. Ishgard. Okay, sure. Yeah, thank you. Well, hello. Ah, Lorelei. Your search was more productive than mine own. Everyone is here. Excellent. So were you able to find our clone in Azazla? Nay, what but the discarded Ascalon remained? Nor fared you with your own efforts in the Central Highlands? In the course of retracing Vendra's steps, we came upon the wreck of the Soleil. I suspect he found the vessel abandoned in Azazla, and tried to use it to return to Ishgard. But he crashed en route and was subsequently rescued by a patrol from Camp Dragonhead. So it would seem. That's what I was going to say. And the Archbishop's airship was not the only only thing we found. Profane Fafnir was there too. He chose to flee, but not before Lorelei had a vision of Vindro's past. Go on, my friend. Share with us what you witnessed. All the pieces fit, and is as you surmised, my lord. Vindro and the clone are one and the same. And in his despair, he turned into blasphemy. Yet the confusion he exhibited when he asked his name, it is as if he wasn't sure of his own identity. According to the Scions, primals retain the memories of their previous incarnations. From this, it may be assumed that the clone harbors the memories of all those who became King Thornton in his Knights 12. Memories of all those who became... Oh. Kind of a weird sentence, I think. Though he struggled to reconcile these conflicting memories, he managed to settle on the name Vindro. Voices within were clearly in agreement facing Lorelei, mere sight of whom drove to blasphemy to flee. Above all, however, they share in the desire to protect the Archbishop. This desire was seared into Vindro's very being, and when he learned that he no longer had a purpose... Oh, came Fafnir. Heaven's Ward took up arms against us and Ishgard. By their hands were we robbed of one of our finest knights and a dear friend. Even so, I would not wish such a terrible fate upon them. Self-same fate inflicted upon full many clergymen, and a fate I fear ordinary citizens will succumb to if you fail to act. The people will not soon forget the betrayal of our church's leadership, nor should they. Absent the comfort and stability once afforded to them by the institution, many have become lost, and all too vulnerable to despair. I mean, it's kind of the same sentiment in both the statements, but I think this one is more... yeah. The church can still be a source of comfort, but things need to change. I thought as much as myself, my friend, but to hear you say it as well, indeed, when the ground upon which we stand crumbles, we must find the strength to move forward, even should it cost pain to do so. Lord Artural, at the next House session, shall cause for an ecumenical council to be held. Such a gathering is reserved for... Oh! You intend for the church to codify doctrine? Since the separation of religion and state, we have refrained from interfering in church affairs. If the church is to remain a part of Ishgardian society and continue serving the people, it must reconsider its role, formally address its recent revelations. I would call it for this council not as the Lord Speaker, but as a humble adherent of the faith. Long had I considered whether such measures were necessary. I lacked the courage to set them in motion. We now have it, thanks to you. We'll tend to make necessary preparations at once. Among other things, we must reach out to those of the clergy who are amenable to reform.
Ask for your patience in the meantime. And on. Ciao there. Instead of Otwell's jaw betrays a hint of anxiety. Ah, Lorelei. Owing to Lord Emmerich's swift action, I am pleased to say that the Ecumenical Council will soon be held. In case you were unaware, the Council is the highest assembly in the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, its purpose to deliberate and decide upon doctrine. The previous one was held no less than 80 years ago, and 4 archbishops have since come and gone. As such, most Ishgardians know little of it save that which they have read in the historical records. Traditionally, the Archbishop and members of the Synod would meet behind closed doors. In light of Bishop Bartenoir's fate, however, this time the doors will be thrown open to the public. Hello, Emmerich, I presume. Oh no, it's not Emmerich, it's you. Indeed. For the first time in history, all men and women of the faith may have a hand in shaping the mission and the teachings of the Church. It is my hope that you will also join us in this endeavor. Deacon Clem, allow me to express our gratitude for your efforts in facilitating the Council. We appreciate the difficulty of your position. I merely hear my conscience and my faith, my lord. Acting in Bishop Bartenoir's stead, I shall do all within my power to see that the Church may serve the people once more. Where's the Lord Speaker, if I may ask? Stepped outside for a moment, saying that he wished to gather his thoughts ahead of the Council. The hour draws nigh, however. Lorelei, I shall proceed to the fold with the good deacon. In the meantime, may I ask you to find Lord Emmerich? He should be at the last vigil, I believe. Okay. Vigil? Oh. There you are. There's people chilling. Ah, it is you, my friend. Is it time already? I see. My apologies for making you come and fetch me. I have been thinking, Lorelei, on the path I have chosen to walk, and on those who have been left behind as a consequence of my actions. Those who died fighting, those burdened with boundless grief, those deprived of precision and purpose. Like any nation, Ishgard is made up of disparate souls with disparate beliefs. Without any enemy to unite us, we recall the differences we once set aside out of necessity. Find amongst our old friends new ideological foes. The future I had envisioned is far more difficult to secure than I ever imagined. What must I do for our people to live in harmony, for our nation to move forward as one? Such questions I have been pondering. We should begin making our way to the council. Shall we continue our conversation while we walk? Okay. Certainly a heavy one, this burden. Ready, then let us be off. If it is agreeable, I would like to look on Forton's manor. He's now accompanying me with the hills. You want to go to Forton Manor. We're near that, so that's okay. Doing heaven's what I think. It feels like another age that you and yours were no more than foreign wards of House Forton. In actual fact, it may be considered so. For your coming set in motion a change of events that brought an end to the Dragonsong War, ushering in a new age of harmony. It paved the way for meaningful change in our nation, and that you shall ever have my gratitude. Now then, shall we continue on to the architects? Okay. King Thornton and his Knights 12, the murderers of Ratatoskar. Since the truth of their ancient crime came to light, many have demanded that these images be torn down. Yet though what our founding fathers did was wrong, neither is it right to simply expunge them and their deeds from history. To do so would be to deny our people's parts in what followed there for 1,000 years. We have the chance to forge a new future, but we, as a nation, must decide how we will confront our past. Forgive me, I was lost in thought yet again. Let us join Deacon Clem at the vault. Very well. Anyone, my friends? The council is about to convene. Let us take our place in the audience hall. Let's. Esteemed members of the clergy and honored adherents of the faith, I thank you all for your attendance. In recent days, our nation has been racked by a series of tragedies. Those among us who do Heloni's work have been transformed into abominations. This dreadful phenomenon has been brought about by the final days, and it is upon our despair and anguish that it feeds. Thus, if we are to prevent further tragedy, we must strive to ensure that all Ishgardians, clergymen and citizens alike, abide with peace and love for one another in their hearts. To that end, have I called this ecumenical council the first in generations, that we might together determine a path forward for the Church and our society as a whole. Since antiquity, the Ishgardian Orthodox Church served the people in two respects: as a Fury spear to strike at the heart of dragonkind, and as a Fury shield to safeguard the souls of men. But now that we are at peace with the Dravanians, the Church need no longer serve as a spear, and so we must reconsider how we might better serve as a shield for our brethren. Hierarchy must be reformed, and for that we need accountability. The upper echelon must be stripped of rank at a minimum, and investigations conducted, trials held if the evidence is sufficiently damning, and then we may turn our attention to the doctrines of lies. As our predecessors did before us, we of the Synod have ever sought to interpret the scriptures to the best of our ability, and thence conveyed Heloni's will to the people. Such fervent pursuit of retribution at the expense of doctrine comes also at the expense of our faith. Have we won the war to lose our souls? Oh, hello, are we outside your grace? Oh no, don't be anxious. Bad. Right now. Very bad right now. This boat's ill. At this rate, someone might turn. Since the war's end, the Church and the faithful have stood at crossroads, unable to take the next step forward. His Gracious Bishop Fae'ret, may he walk in Heloni's halls, was one such soul, and in his longing for simpler times, resorting to using forbidden magics, he succumbed to despair. In our minds, we renounce the lies upon which our nation was built, but in our hearts we yearn for the righteousness, misguided though it was, that gave us comfort and purpose for so long. So let us not forget who we were. Let us confront the mistakes of the past and learn from them, that we do not repeat the mistakes of our forefathers. As fervently as we believed in our sacred duty, we struggled to accept the Church's deception and embrace change. The legacy of Thornton weighs heavy, and there is the temptation to simply cast it aside like a mantle that suits us no longer. Yet that would dishonor the sacrifice of those who went before. Countless souls who served the people with purest intent. And so, heavy though it may be, let us together bear this burden as we set forth anew. Our friend Lorelei risked life and limb to reveal truth of us. Truth that our legends and the scripture were tainted by betrayal, but not wholly corrupted. Though the great walls and towering spires of a city may have been built with murder and deception, they rest upon a foundation immutable and true, our devotion to Helone, whom we have worshipped since before our forefathers settled into these lands. Church is a font of practical wisdom, and its teachings guide us in our daily lives. Such things define our faith no less than the lies. We acknowledge our sins without renouncing our religion. Hey, and without rejecting who we are. Comprehensive review of scripture as well as historical literature will be necessary. Revisions, as appropriate, must be made to ensure that the truth of our past is preserved for future generations. With your peerless knowledge of church doctrine, I dare say none is better suited to leading that effort than you. I also expect that many eyes will be required to pore over all the tomes, and I know many idle men and women of faith who would jump at the chance to do Helone's work once more. That day, so very long ago, I had no answer to my father's words, but it seems the people had it within them all along. Just took 3 more expansions to coax it out. Anyway, here we are again.
The console went better than I dared hope. Truly, while the details remain to be decided, it was a resounding success.
Your words helped everyone to find common ground. I know not how to thank you.
Much credit must go to Lorelei. In the face of great hardship, never did she hesitate to press on, and our people have not forgotten her.
Indeed.
Well do I remember the day you flew into Ishgard upon a dragon's back, and making possible the impossible. You inspired us all. In you we glimpsed a fury, a vision of courage in the face of uncertainty. Looking to your example, we shall endeavor to bring about change to the Church, for the future of all Ishgardians. There will, of course, still be souls who struggle to rise above the mire of despair, but my fellows and I shall be there to take their hand in faith and love. But what is faith, if not salvation? Well, I had best return to the cathedral. We have much and more to do. But ere I forget, I have tracked down that which you requested. Some repairs will be necessary, but it will be seen to with all haste. So, did you know about Helone and how she is dead? I had tasked the deacon with finding a certain item, you see. A secret weapon, one might say. Given what we know of profane Fafnir, I suspect it will be of great use in our hunt. Once the repairs are complete, we shall be ready to strike. The church having reached an accord with the people, the risk of more clergymen turning is greatly diminished, and we now focus entirely on the blasphemy. It is time you freed Vendro from his torment. Rest while you can, Lorelei, for I dare say the coming battle will demand the best of us. Okay, before I start the next quest, I'm going to turn my oven on and start preparing for dinner. I can do the last quest while the oven is going with my food inside, I guess. I think it will take about 25 minutes to be in the oven, and it should be done by then, I think. Like I said, most quests have been about 15 minutes, 15-20 minutes, so it should be fine, I think. So I'm going to turn my oven on. I will be right back. everyone is going. While I was gone, someone apparently came in and offered their artistic services. In the very same way as someone did before, so I just banned them. Sorry, if you are a legitimate person, don't come and advertise in my channel. Let's continue. Naturale Zeit settled Fae'ret. Glad tidings, Lorelei. Since the Ecumenical Council, not a single soul has turned. Given that knowledge, we need only think of how to hunt down the blasphemy. Ah, Lorelei, you are here too. Excellent. I am pleased to say that the secret weapon is ready. We may now look to dealing with profane Fafnir. As you will recall, when last we encountered it, it was lying in wait by the Soleil. An instinct driven by its inherited memories. It seeks to protect that which it most strongly associated with Archbishop. In all likelihood, it was this self-same motive that compelled it to come to the sea, and the skies above keeps watch over the holy vault. When next it descends, we shall exploit this instinct by using the secret weapon to lure it to the chancel. What exactly is the secret weapon? It is none other than the Fury's Grace, the holy crosier of the Archbishop. Suspecting that Bishop Fortinoir has received material as a slave, and Deacon Clem searches the river. My suspicions were correct. With the crosier in hand, it will make irresistible bait for Fae'ret Fafnir. My lord, that's an unconscionable risk. There's no telling how the blasphemy will be. Indeed, you can be confident that I will be none with undivided control, ensuring that no more of our citizens are faced. The heavens water the Archbishop's shields, and the temple knights are as leader of the order, it is mine to bear. All the knights of the heavens war fell in As's lap. As a vessel for their memories, Endro may consider them the last of the number. Let us go then, relieve him of his may. Their duty. Let us see to our preparations and proceed to the vault. We'll finish this once and for all. Go to default. What would be the easiest way to get there? From the cathedral there? From here to there. I don't think the cathedral or the tribunal. But fine, this is further. Let's go to the tribunal. We haven't been there today. Well, kind of have. But it's fine. We're here now. Hello, I'm here. When the battle begins, Lord Emmerich and I will throw out blasphemy's attacks. Seize the opportunity to bring your magic to bear against it. If you are ready, then let us set forth. You need but say the word. Word? Okay. Time to actually remember how to do it. Peace is come. Now is a chance.
We have about 20 minutes to beat this guy before offense says beep. It is. Make ready. To me, my knights. As for me, profane Fatni. For the glory, gain for. No, you are naughty. A trick. It is a trick. Forgive me, Sir Fendro, but for the sake of all his guardians, we must track you down. Oh, here we go. Yep. 50. That's instead of this. Okay. Let's get away. How do I use this? Link, displacement. How am I doing? This doesn't. Yeah. Okay. I think I got it. Kill myself. Okay.
It ends here! You underestimate me!
Very pain. Much pain.
Bah! Do not underestimate me! stand our ground!
Don't know where to be.
You underestimate me! I will not falter!
Fucking damn it. So what's happening over here? Jeez. Man. Oh, Christ.
This knight does not yield!
over. Thus ends the tale of the Heavens Ward. Let it not be forgotten. It was wrong of them to conceal the truth of our nation's founding, to abet the Archbishop in his machinations. Yet in peering into their hearts, one thing became clear. They too had succumbed to primal manipulation. They too were victims, flawed men, aye, and not without sin, but as guardians brave and true, as we all aspire to be. Having triumphed in the battle of ideals, I have a responsibility to all our people. Their hopes and dreams, their sorrow and suffering are mine to bear, and bear them I shall. Had you not vanquished King Thornton, or had I erred in but one of my choices, I may well have been the first to succumb to despair, to be reborn in blasphemy. A ridiculous notion. I'm more like to become a beast than you. Thank you, my friend, for having such confidence in me. My apologies. It was not mine intent to wax sentimental. Our work here is done. Let us return to the congregation. I need to find a... right then. Thank you. Hi, Clem. I hurried here as soon as I learned of your victory. Thank you. There are some few words I would say, but it can wait until Lord Arturel and Deacon Clem have spoken theirs. Lorelei, permit me to offer you my gratitude for helping us to overcome not only the blasphemy, but the despair which spawned it. But this is only the beginning. On the face of it, we may have made tremendous strides in breaking down ancient barriers within our society. There yet remains great rift to be bridged. It is no easy thing to rise above a lifetime of preconceptions and prejudice, not even a lifetime generations of it. I myself have struggled to do so, as you must know. But I shan't give up. On the honor of my house, I will do everything in my power to build a new Ishgard. One in which all people can see eye to eye regardless of birth and station. Now then, I believe the deacon has some words for you too. I lend him an ear. Hello. May I say how glad I am that you are safe and well. Just before you arrived, Lord Emmerich explained to me the true nature of the man who began blasphemy. The poor confused creature was born of the church's mistakes. On behalf of the clergy, I give him my heartfelt thanks for laying it to rest. As we work to reform our institutions and to rebuild our relationship with the people, we will remember and pray for all those who have fallen in service to the faith. We shall pray for you as well. Wheresoever your path may lead, may the Fury ever watch over and keep you. It's not really the Fury that does that, but okay. Not anymore. I shall leave it at that then. Lord Emmerich too wishes to speak, and 'twould not do to keep him waiting. Indeed. Lorelei, Lord Arturel, I thank you for the vital roles you played in ridding us of profane Fafnir. 7. The sight of you in combat was nothing short of inspiring. Was it really? I didn't do that very well at being Red Mage. No further reported instances of people turning and the blasphemy itself no more. I should like to believe we are free of the scourge of despair. My brethren and I shall labor to see that it never ever remains so by fighting to dispel the darkness in men's hearts. Darkness. I shall fight with you, not only as the Speaker of the House of Lords or the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, but as a man of faith, in our God and our people. Together, let us strive to fill in our nation with hope. Heck yeah. Lorelei, by now you will be sick unto death of being thanked, but I must nonetheless express an additional word of gratitude. How oft have you saved our nation, our people? I speak not only of their lives, but their heart and minds as well. You have given us a great gift, that of opportunity and choice, and if we are to repay you for it, we as a nation must take full advantage of our freedom to dictate a new course forward, to a brighter future. What forward means we may not always agree upon, but as fellowish guardians, we shall find a way to rise above our differences and stand united. That is a nation we strive to build. This, I swear to you. Sounds good. Lorelei, given all that you have done for us, I am loath to impose further, but may I trouble you to bear word of our success to our officer and lads at Hahn? We will of course be sending a report, but there is no substitute for a first-hand account. Our allies would benefit from the additional details you can provide as well. Our thanks again, my friend. May the Fury speed you away. Okay, let's head to Radzatan. In about 3 minutes, I will have salmon and spinach and pastry dough done and ready to eat. So I think by that time it can be done about. And otherwise it can just stay in the oven a bit longer. Cook that quickly. What's that? It right there? Yep, it was. Heyo. Ah, my little Lorelei. When you returned, I hope that the hunt for the blasphemy was a success. Sure was. You would vanquish the beast come as little surprise, but that his occasion would serve as impetus for the church to embark upon a path of reform is incredible. Share these joyous tidings with our allies without delay. If I may speak candidly, I must confess to being a great admirer of yours. When you have a moment, I should like to hear about some of your adventures, if you would do me the honor. For the present, however, in my official capacity as Guardian Delegate, offer you my humblest thanks for your immeasurable service to our nation. You're welcome. Thank you for the materia. Now, die job specific gear for level 90 magical range DPS. Yay! So now we have only the healer role quest left. Which will be left for another time. Because soon it is food time. Also my voice is feeling kind of strained. So, this will be the end of this stream. Hopefully this time I will actually remember to highlight this stream, so people can actually see it next time, or later, in more than 7 days. I completely forgot to do the last stream, so the tank roll quest and Touching Tide Little Ladies Day event are lost forever. But that is sometimes the way of Twitch, I guess. Especially when you only have 7 days to do it. Sometimes you just forget. And it hasn't even happened that often. I'm quite surprised by that. So, it can happen once. I guess. But I will try not to let it happen again. So, maybe as soon as I end this stream, I will just go and highlight it. Anyway, I've been Fae'ret. This has been Lorelei. I will see you in whenever the next stream is going to be. Who knows? Goodbye, everyone, and have a good continuation of your day. That's my own. Bye bye.